Hey guys, Brandon with MHG Academy, and I'm excited to show you guys how we're using virtual assistants to basically run our entire business.
My name is Brandon Fahnenstill, and I'm a full-time mobile home investor. After years of working in corporate America, I became tired of trading my time for money and working for someone else. That's when I discovered how to create passive income through investing in mobile homes with little to no money of my own. With over 300 deals completed and having overcome many obstacles, my team and I have put together this simple course to get you investing in mobile homes in 30 days or less. Let us help you become a mobile home investor.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now I want to show you one of my favorite things that a VA can basically take off your plate and relieve you from the mundane tasks that you probably don't want to do, so that you can go focus on the things that you should be focusing on, like, working on your business opposed to in your business, and generating more leads and becoming more and more creative to find those leads and doing more business and building relationships. The list goes on, right? So one of my favorite things is lead generating. Now, we all probably have this in common. We have, Facebook messages that are coming in all day and every day, and you just can't, stop responding to the "is this available" message. Maybe you have a Let Go account and you got the same kind of thing happening, or OfferUp or Craigslist, or all these other platforms that you may use to sell your mobile homes. But are you, fumbling through these buyer leads? How are you generating information? Are you using a calendar, one of those big notepad calendars, to follow up on somebody, a couple of days later, that next day, or using an Excel spreadsheet, or are you using a CRM? I mean, guys, depending on how you're generating these leads, you need to have some sort of tracking or some sort of organization within your business. So I'm a really big proponent of using a CRM, and this is our CRM. But how do we, generate these leads without, pulling our hair out? Using a virtual assistant. So as a prime example, this is an application that came through. The individual, spoke Spanish. My VA responded in Spanish, which is nice. They just use Google Translate, so it may not be the most accurate, but it's pretty dang close. And then we send them an application that we actually have in Spanish, and if they fill out the application to be contacted, this information all gets submitted to our CRM. So one of my favorite things, and something you should implement, is leveraging a virtual assistant to respond to your leads and generating more and more buyer leads. You see that number right there? That number is huge. We've generated thousands of buyer leads by passing on the heavy lifting work over to our virtual assistant, so that they can do what they're good at while we can work on our business. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, the second thing that I love leveraging a VA for is going out and advertising our mobile homes. So, if you're currently active in the mobile home investing game, you're posting ads all the time. You're constantly, updating photos. You're constantly, writing details about the property. And the list goes on and on. But you might be doing this on multiple platforms. Maybe you're listing on Facebook, maybe you're listing on Craigslist, maybe you're listing on MH Village, maybe you're listing on OfferUp, maybe you're listing on Let Go. And guys, you have spent, right there 2 hours just putting effort into uploading, copying, and pasting, and doing mundane tasks. Well, why not just pass that on to a virtual assistant? One of my favorite things in addition to that is constantly advertising to that big list of buyers that I showed you guys earlier. We send campaign email blasts quite often, whether it's a drip email campaign or what we call a push blast, where we're just sending out a manual blast out to our buyers. And why do that ourselves? Why do that myself when I can give this delegated work over to a virtual assistant? We just sent this, email the other day, and we want to push them to our website by clicking on this button. We got over 1,100 people to open up this email. I mean, why not pass this on to a VA who can do the work themselves, right? In addition, maybe you have a website. Maybe you're, into this business for a couple of years now, and you're getting to that point where you're not a big fan of going into your back end of your website and updating information about the property, posting photos. And guys, like I said, I mean, it's just a lot of mundane work. You can hear it in the tone of my voice, but for those that are doing this actively, you actually know what I'm talking about. And this is something that you should be leveraging a virtual assistant for. And I know that it is relieved many hours off of my plate, in order for me to go do other things that are more pertinent to what skill set I bring, and you should be doing the same thing. So this is something that I highly encourage you guys to do. Pass on the marketing efforts over to a virtual assistant. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, another route that our company uses in order to stay current with our buyers and stay out there and continue to build brand recognition is sending out text blasts. But again, primarily wanting to pass as much of the mundane work off into a virtual assistant's job assignment. Now, one of the job assignments that I pass on to my VAs is sending out text blasts 3 times a week. And, we don't always get the best results, but we continue to build brand recognition with the individuals that have been in contact with us at some point or another. Maybe they get a text message that looks something like, I don't know, let's pull this up real quick. Mobile home, 3-bed, 2-bath, 16 by 62, and all ages community. Call us. We give them some sort of call to action to schedule an appointment. And this is nice because, not only are we sending out emails to our buyers, but we're also sending text blasts. So they're getting hit a couple of times in different avenues, different ways of communicating with them. Because remember, not everybody, looks at their email. Some will pick up their phone right away when that text alert signals. So this is another route that you guys should be using. I use easy texting, and I give my login credentials, I give the instructions to our virtual assistants by giving them, all the details about the property, and we have that all structurally located into our CRM. So at any point, our virtual assistants come Monday or Wednesday or Friday, the days we send text messages, are ready to go send these text blasts to people. They can go into our CRM and collect the details about the mobile home and send out that text blast. So I hope this was informative. This will be something that could be used in your guys' business to generate buyer leads. Your virtual assistant can go into their CRM that you have access to. They can download, all of the photos that you have and send out a text blast using easytexting.com. Hope this helped. Hey guys, welcome back. Another tool that you can leverage with your virtual assistant is having them run reports for you. Having them pull the data, for your properties. Perhaps you want to see how your monthly payments are looking for each and every one of your mobile home properties that you have that are, being sold on payment plans. Maybe you have a portfolio and you just have, to stay current with how those monthly payments are looking so that you can make sure that you don't have any defaults. Obviously, if you have a large portfolio of homes, it's hard to just keep up with all of those properties. So what I do is I pass the system on to our virtual assistant. I show them how to log into our cozy.co cozy.co account. This is where our tenant buyers make their monthly payments, and he can go in here and export the information as to whether or not the monthly payments were paid in full on time, if the home has been paid off, if there's been any past due payments, signaling by color codes. And this is just a great way to keep current with all your properties, see how you're doing month to month, and see whether or not, you need to make some adjustments by communicating with your tenant buyers and letting them know, hey, payments need to come in on time. Again, if you have a list of properties, this is important to know what the reports look like. If you are starting off and you have just a couple of them, maybe you don't necessarily need a virtual assistant to do this quite yet, but when you do start to build this up, you don't want to have to track this every month. So what I do is, this is a once a month thing. My virtual assistant updates and exports the data from our payment processing system over to our Google Doc sheet we have here, and then I can go in here and just find out how our properties are doing. So this is one thing that I highly encourage you to pass on to your virtual assistant so that you guys can continue to grow your business. We'll see you soon.
All right, guys, wow, we just went over maybe about 4 or so options for you guys to consider when hiring a virtual assistant, but we, didn't even really, scrape the, the list of other, tasks you can really delegate out to, a virtual assistant. You can get a virtual assistant to do outbound phone calls for you, calling mobile home parks, drumming up seller leads, right? Also, you can have them taking inbound calls depending on how you have your marketing efforts, structured. If you're, looking for a team that can really get you off and running without having to do the training, make sure to email us at mhgacademy.com with the subject line, I need a virtual assistant, and we can get you in contact with our VAs that are trained to take the bull by the horns and work with mobile home investors such as yourself. If you prefer to look for your own, I simply use Upwork.com. That's a great platform to drum up, those type of freelancers. So make sure you go and contact them. Also, for weekly content, hit the subscribe button below so that we can pass you, valuable content to help you grow your mobile home investing business. It's been fun, and we'll see you soon.